She's catching what you're throwing.
I'm smelling what you're stepping in.
Hell yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah.
Dodge spray, backcomb, keratin, herringbone, scrunch, dry, faux hog, quiff, waft, don't go bald. Here's the deal.
Crazy. Okay, welcome to Here's the Deal at night. It's not nighttime actually, but it's close to it.
Mm-hmm.
We all worked today. How are we feeling?
Tired.
It's after hours right now, so
I'm hanging in there.
it was a Friday.
lower
It was
half
an
is
early
numb.
it was an early day for all of us.
Early
We
day?
couldn't have
What do you mean early?
you get off early.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I was like, we all went in at 10. We always
I
went
went in
at
at
10.
8:30.
Oh, I forgot yours is 8:30.
Yeah. I work
I don't
tomorrow at
know.
8:30 because I
Hate yourself?
yeah.
Do you really get booked at 8:30?
Yeah.
That's
She does. Because
crazy.
I've been looking, I'm like, maybe I should make my Saturdays 8:30 because then I just
Shelby.
always get up early on Saturdays.
And I took away
Weddings, everything, so I just never have that issue.
I took away one of my 8:30s on Wednesdays. I don't do that anymore, and like people have been upset, so they like fight for my 8:30 slot.
Oh, does that make you feel special?
Yeah. Well, okay, so like they like to get their hair done before work, and then they can just go straight to work, and it's like blown out, and like they just show up looking like they rolled out of bed, and then they're ready for work.
Oh my gosh, that is genius.
Yeah.
I should totally open up my books then.
And then people
Y'all
like it
are
on Saturdays
crazy.
because then they feel like they still have their whole Saturday. So
Shelby, by like the end of Saturday, like at an 8:30 start time, that does not sound like this.
I mean,
Shelby.
yeah, I do 8:30 to 4, and then I do 8:30 to 6 on every other Saturday, and it's not fun, but like we making money.
Yeah, I was about to say, I bet you make like an extra like $200. That can like get you like really far.
And I just do weddings, and then it feels like I get like a Saturday off, but not really. But it's
See,
I
I
know. I'm always like, oh yeah, I have a wedding. I can do stuff afterwards. It's weddings or like
No, they take the life. Why do you think I
exhausting.
do not do weddings?
Yeah,
okay,
wish you would, though.
it's
It
not that
makes
I
such
want to
a
go
lot
do
of
stuff out. It's that I want to go home and pretend that I had like a day off. So I just go home, and then I'm like, ooh, it's only 2:00, and I'm in my bed.
See, I'm like, ooh, it's only 2:00. I can go stand that wall and paint the whole thing, and then try to survive while doing it.
You're a
It's like,
go-getter.
no.
You go to work after weddings. That is absolutely not. I'm not doing that.
I have to come into work at the same time every single day.
I mean, am I like a
I couldn't
raging-
flip-flop, switch swap. And plus, I would probably lose my job if I came in at 8:30 because I shouldn't be talking to people
I just
earlier than 9.
I
know?
mean, I be saying things to my 8:30 clients, and they love it. So
My clients would not like the things that I would say to them, okay?
Sometimes that first client, and you're like
Yeah.
tired. It's like, are you even speaking? And
Are you even there? Honestly.
no, my
Sometimes I'll
clients-
do my whole first client and it like I felt like I just got to work still. Like I didn't do anything. Like
Oh yeah.
I'm not there.
especially if it's a haircut.
Oh,
I'm like,
if it's
a haircut being your first client should be illegal.
it should be illegal.
you
And
know
your
what
last.
should be
It
illegal is a perm being your first client at 8:30
Perms
in the
should be
morning.
illegal in general.
Yeah,
I'm
perms should be.
sorry.
That's what I did today. I woke up and I took myself to work and I rolled a freaking perm at 8:30
She
in
was
the
so
morning.
cute.
I
She
love
sounded
She
like
was
one of the
cute.
Simpsons.
I heard.
Her
Yeah, I
voice
heard
is
her.
so
She
great.
was so cute.
She's a
I've
wonderful
done
human
her
being.
haircuts a couple times. She's so cute.
I love her to death. I want to be her when I'm old. Like, she's just so cute. We talk
She's
about
so
quilting and
Yes,
crocheting
yes,
Aw,
together.
that's
yes,
just
the
up your
quilting.
alley.
I know.
She's
I mean,
so cute.
I'm basically a grandma. It's just my body hasn't caught up yet. So,
I
You're
say that
there.
all the
I'm
time.
there.
Your body will get there pretty quick with this job. So
I mean,
Oh, I think about that all the time.
I do
I'm like,
too.
if I'm like this numb now, I can't
okay,
even
do you
imagine.
no? But do you think about like what I was thinking about the other day about how like I've never broken a bone and I was like, oh my god, if I broke my arm, I couldn't work. And then I had this like massive panic, like like,
Yeah,
you
I think
can't-
about it all the time.
you can't hurt yourself or you
No.
literally cannot
Yeah.
work. That is terrifying.
Yeah, and I'll be like doing stuff at the house.
Don't forget to
and I'll
look
be,
at the camera.
Sorry, I'll be up at the like on the top of the freaking ladder, and I'm like, oh, if I
That's
follow
why-
this, I'm out of a job.
I don't go tubing anymore.
Just tubing. There's
Just
other
tubing.
extracurriculars that are probably a little
She
more.
goes
Specifically-
hiking, rock climbing, she goes
skydiving,
I have
but
roller
not
skating.
tubing.
I won't go tubing.
You know, you
Let us
could break your
why.
butthole.
Yeah.
Butthole. I mean, butt bone.
I know. I knew someone once. Well, I think he lied about it because he was a bit dramatic. But I knew someone once who broke his butt bone.
Yeah, they have to sit on a little floaty.
Yeah, it's funny.
So that actually kind of sounds cute though. Like,
I don't think it would be cute if it
No, it
happened
probably
to you
hurt.
though. So the tubing.
I mean, it's like not that big of a deal. I just went tubing one time, and then the next day I went to work and I couldn't do blow dries because my arms were sore from like. And
I thought you were gonna say that one time this like crazy tragic accident happened while tubing. So wait, are you talking like
Girl,
floating
you need to do
down-
some more arm
wait.
workouts.
Honestly, the blow dry should be enough to make your arms not do that.
that's what
She
I
just said,
thought.
I was kind
So,
of sore.
Are we? No. Because I'm a little bit confused.
Day.
I'm a bit confused. Are we talking floating down the river tubing
No,
or
no.
lake tubing?
Like tubing. Like
Okay, because in my brain at first I thought Helen tubing.
No,
Like we're just floating down the
That's what I
Chattahoochee,
thought too.
and we got our floating cooler next
wait,
to
what
us
do
and
you
our
mean?
beers.
Oh, like when you're like rowing and stuff.
No. When you're lake tubing
And
and
you're-
you're the tube
when
is
you're
on the back of the
holding on
boat
and
and
you're
you're trying not to
riding.
like
Oh, I
fall
was-
to your death.
No, I was not thinking about that.
I wasn't thinking about that
No.
either.
well, I
Does
won't
it make
do
arms
it.
sore?
Girl,
What?
Yeah, I guess so.
I haven't been
Well,
tubing in a really long time.
And the way
but
that I do it is I hold on for dear life because
Fun.
I'm terrified.
I'd be standing up on the tube. It's fun.
You're a psychopath.
Bet.
So when you guys started doing hair, were you like terrified?
Yeah. Well,
No.
in school, yeah. With Notre Dame.
So in hair school, yeah. But you weren't. Were you like scared when you like got on the floor?
So I was nervous when I got on the floor because it had been 9 months since hair school. But then
That's a
after
long time.
I know. It was weird. But anyway, yeah. I got my first client and I was kind of like, ooh, but also I was like, whatever. Like, I don't know. I was just excited. I feel like you do clients in hair school enough. And I don't know about y'all, but like I did not ask the mentors or whatever, the instructors about my formulas.
I did, and then I would just mix
I would
whatever I
just do
want.
what I wanted to do.
Sorry if you're watching this as well.
I am
I bet
so sorry.
Angela sometimes likes our posts and stuff on TikTok, so I wonder if she watches. So Angela, if you're watching, sorry.
I'm so sorry. I know I was a menace, but
I was an angel.
okay.
We were homies. At least I think.
I wonder what hair school would have been like with you guys. Anyway,
Probably.
but yeah. I mean, it was a little scary to start out, but also not.
Were you scared?
Mm-mm.
Explain.
Well, I wasn't scared, just not to be like, oh, my mom's a hairstylist, but like I felt comfy. Like I was like excited.
Did you feel that because you were like confidently trained, or that's just like how you?
Well, I think it was more so like I finally found something I really, really wanted to do, and I knew it was something that I was in control of because I like to be in control. So it was kind of like, well, if this is gonna mess up, then that's in my control, kind of thing. So
Yeah.
I was like, just went for it. But I was nervous. I was nervous for their reactions. Like when the blow dry came, I was really nervous about that. And I also knew I wasn't like that good at blow dries as I think I am now. But
You are.
Do you guys get the
Right.
blow dry scaries?
Yes, every time. If
do you
I do
mean?
like, do you mean like when you like? It's like toner blow dry scaries.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Even though I know it looks
What?
good.
Like when you're like gonna blow out your client and the whole time you're stressed because you're like, does it look
Oh
good? I
my
don't know.
gosh,
And like you
yes.
aren't
That-
gonna
you're like
find out.
looking at their
That is one of my
faces.
least. Yeah, you gotta
Mhm.
like gauge how they feel, and like sometimes like I'll have to turn them to get like a certain angle. Like I know you do this because you're left-handed, and like I
That's
feel like they
right.
think I'm trying to make them not look at the mirror when in reality I'm just trying to get the best angle that I can
Ah.
for the blow dry.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it scares me.
I think I can be like that sometimes, but I always blow dry the front part of their hair.
I was gonna ask
and
if y'all
then
did that.
Yeah, I blow dry the
do
front and I
not.
blow
I
dry
do.
this side, like
Yeah.
here to this side,
Mhm.
because mostly it's just really hard for me to get to that part because I'm right-handed.
Yeah,
But
I
I
always
did
do.
this
I always
to
do the
there.
entire front,
Yeah,
and then ask them how they feel.
yeah. I'm like, so how we feeling? We
Because
liking it?
like worst comes to worst, if I have to like go back and retone it or do something else, at least I
Yeah.
didn't have to blow dry the
It's a
entire
good
thing
idea.
and then go back and do it.
yeah, and plus you do that anyways, like with your
And then they can see it,
bangs
so
and,
they're not like
yeah.
waiting, and because they're probably anxious about like.
And they have longer
wanna
time to
see
stare at
it.
themselves.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh my god, I really like it. And then the more and more you do, they're like, oh my god,
Yeah,
I
because they see
love
more
it.
pieces come down, and when
Yeah.
the rest comes down, they're like,
That was like my client earlier. So freaked out about her hair. Blew dry the front of it. Loved it. Rest of the appointment was great.
But I do get the blow dry scaries.
I get
Yeah.
it like when my alarm goes off to go rinse out the glaze. I'm like,
Yeah, that is so scary.
Or like just rinsing out a glaze in general. Like I literally did 10 AG with equal parts clear. So I did like 20
Yeah.
grams of AG and 20 grams of clear and
Wow.
40 grams of developer. And it still
Was the
looked
pigmentation?
so ashy
yeah.
because she was like a level 12. Like she
Oh,
was
she
not a
was
10.
bright.
Like
And
she
then-
was bright. And I rinsed it and I was like, oh my god, it's way too ashy. It's way too dark. It's way too dull. And then I blow dried it and it was perfect. Literally
perfect.
like so bright. And I was like, why do I get every single time I do that? And it's every single time it's okay.
I love that feeling though when you like it's gonna look good.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, and it's
Mhm.
so exciting. I'm like, oh, just wait till you see blow dry.
I
and like I
know.
get so excited. I'm like, oh my gosh,
Yes.
it's gonna look
Okay,
so
but I have a
good.
question. Do you ever like say anything to like not fake out your clients, but like you're freaking out inside?
Yes.
But you're like, oh my god, girl, you're gonna love it. Like I already can tell it's so
I do
amazing. When in
not.
your heart you're like, holy shit, this looks really bad.
I'm like, this is you're either gonna really hate this or you're
Yeah.
gonna really love it.
No, like I did. Do you remember the pink girl I did the other day?
Uh-huh.
She was so cute. She was so sweet. But we were supposed to do a pink, like a fuchsia money piece. And then she texted me, or no, she sent me pictures that were like not a money piece. So when she came in, I was like, hey, so like those pictures were a little
Wait.
bit more
That girl.
that you took pictures of. Yeah.
Yes.
And
yes.
she was like, yeah, I think I want to do like pretty solid, like all over. And I only had like enough time to do the money piece. But of course I said, sure,
Of course,
let's
you
do
always
it
say yes.
because
Always say
Yeah.
yes.
I want to make people happy and I want to make money. And anyway, so it was right after she had red up underneath. So when I lifted her, it was obviously like bright orange. She sat for like an hour with the lightener on and it was just all this stuff. And I was like, well, it's not going to do anything else. So I rinsed it and it was like yellow and orange. And in my heart, I was like, oh God, she's going to have orangey
hair.
like orangey red hair and she wants it to be pink. And so I go back and I was like, girl, just trust the process. Like this is the perfect canvas for what we're wanting to do. Like all this stuff. I put it on, I rinsed it and I was like, oh my God, you're going to die. And she was like, oh my God, girl, I'm already dead or whatever. But like, I was like literally just feeding her all of this stuff. Cause look, if you tell your clients that it looks good before they even see it, they're probably gonna believe you more. Like, like you have to instill confidence in your clients for them to have confidence in you, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because if you're confident in what you're doing, they're immediately gonna like it more.
Yeah, and they're thinking in their head, okay, you're a stranger and you're loving it, so it's got to be great. Like, I think they're also thinking that because a lot of times clients will be like, well, what do you think? What do you think? And it's like, I don't really know you, but I think in your, like, outside, sometimes strangers tell you the truth.
Yeah, and confidence is a huge thing in doing hair because people can sniff that out. Like from the second you go up and grab your client, if you are not saying it with confidence or with pizzazz, they're gonna immediately think like, okay, I don't know how to feel. If you're not having a confident consultation, if you're not confidently like offering suggestions or doing certain things, like they're gonna sniff that out and they're gonna feel wary towards you as a stylist.
Yeah, like just today, the client I had. Sorry, you haven't got to say anything. Do you have anything to say?
I'm vibing.
Okay. The client I had today was somebody who had come to the salon before, and it was with somebody who had just really started getting on the floor. And she goes, can I be honest? I really liked her, but I could tell it was like her first time. And it wasn't her first time. And I knew that. And I knew she's a great, great stylist. And instantly I'm like, no, that's probably not what it is. Like, she was probably really great. It was probably miscommunication. That happens, blah, blah, blah. But it's a lot of it is that she felt the tension. She felt her going like this, foiling. She kept going in the back in the break room, like saying stuff. Like, you never tell them when you're going to the break room to ask somebody's advice. She's like, okay, I want to go mix you up. And then you bounce. And then you go and have somebody do a walk by.
Yep.
Little
wraparound.
And hopefully the person who is going to do, the hair afterwards of you doing that hair will talk you up and make it seem right. But, you never know. You might have somebody who's bad who's like, oh, yeah, they don't know what they were doing.
Yeah.
It's not that. It's just you were nervous. Fake it.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's definitely a balance between, like, faking it till you make it and having confidence, and then also just, like, being honest.
So, absolutely. Because you do still have to be honest.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
When certain things happen with my clients, I will straight up be like, I don't know how I feel about this, but we're gonna make it work, and you're gonna look beautiful. Do not worry. So like, I still have my confidence, but I'm also telling them as things are
Yeah.
happening because I'm going to be transparent.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always going to be transparent with my clients. And I think that they respect that a lot.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, or like if you feel like you messed up and it looks bad, you tell 'em.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
you point out certain things to your
Yeah.
clients
Oh, I do
all the
all the
time.
time. And it kind of backfires on me, but I mean, the other day I had a redo and I didn't like the front. And I was like, girl, this looks a little warm.
Mm-hmm.
If you like it, then great, because she already said she liked it. But I was like, I feel like it looks warm. Call me up and I want to fix it for you. Because one, I don't want them to go to somebody else.
Yep.
Two, I want them to know that I see something.
Mm-hmm. Like
I
they're
don't want
not
them to
crazy.
think-
They're not thinking
Right.
like, oh my gosh, my hair looks bad, but she said she really liked it and it was perfect. So like, I don't want to be that client.
And then like she's like, somebody does say, oh, it is yellowy, and then you're like, oh, my stylist thinks that that's not yellowy, so maybe we don't see eye to eye. Maybe she's not the one for me. That's I mean, that's me overthinking, but that's, you know, I'd rather just be upfront and you come back to me, and it's gonna take me 5 seconds, and plus then you're gonna like that I fixed it.
Yeah.
You do that too.
Yep.
I see her all the time.
I'll be like mid blow dry and I'm like,
You're like,
Yep.
but you fix it and you feel.
Yeah.
And I hear you talk to your clients, and I'm like, that's who I want doing my hair because I know she cares.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Your clients will be like some of the best advice I've ever had in getting redos because, like, no matter what in your lifetime doing hair, you're going to get redos. And they come in threes for some reason, I feel like.
My mom still gets redos and she's been doing hair for like 45
Exactly.
years. I'm just kidding, not 45, but.
Exactly.
I got
so
10 years
mad
each
at
time.
you.
She gets so mad at me.
No, but for real, you're always going to have redos. And the best advice somebody gave me was that, like, just listen to your client because like it's so frustrating. It is frustrating when you have to like redo somebody's hair, but listen to your client, take into consideration their feelings and what they're seeing and fix it for them and go the extra mile, and they will always come back to you. I have clients that I have royally messed up their hair, but then fixed it for them and confidently fixed it for them to be like, yes, I want to take care of you. And that's another thing, like if your stylist is giving you sass and like stuff like that because you're coming back because you don't like your hair regardless. And this is just my opinion because I understand that like it's different if a client asks for something, you give it to them and then they decide they don't like it.
Yeah,
but regardless of what it is, your stylist should just want to take care of you and make sure you feel confident because you're their walking billboard. And if you don't feel confident, like that's just the worst case scenario to have.
A ponytail the whole time.
Yeah,
I mean, that's gonna be frustrating. Yeah.
So like, your stylist should want to fix your hair if you have to come back in and get it fixed.
I also thank my clients for allowing me to fix it and for trusting me to fix it and for coming back to me. And
man, you're preaching it.
You are preaching it.
I mean, just humility. It's important to
Yeah,
have. And
absolutely.
so if a client comes back and says, I don't like this, I'm not going to be like, why? It looks great. Like, I'm not going to sit here and act like my shit doesn't stink.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm going to be like, you're right. Let's fix that.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming back to me.
Yeah.
Thank you for giving me this chance. Because I'd rather you come back to me than go around and be like, this bitch fucked up. And I don't like her anymore.
Yeah.
When I could have just... It's usually miscommunication anyway.
Usually
9 times out of 10
and it's so easy to miscommunicate.
It's super easy. And consultations are really important, which is something we should totally talk about in another podcast. Like,
yes, we'll talk about consultations.
I have like crazy detailed consultations.
Long
and it's worth it.
consultations.
It's worth it because you know exactly what you're going to get to the size of what your money piece will be.
Yes.
Sometimes you have to do that.
Yes.
Yeah. Especially with new ones who like, if you've heard them say, oh yeah, I just can't find anybody. Well, that means you just can't find anybody that you trust.
And you can't find anybody that will listen to you. Like really listen to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I think that's so true what you said. Like telling them that like, thank you for, you know, reaching back out and being like letting me be the person to fix it. Because first you allowed me to do your hair. Then you're allowing me to fix it even though I messed it up. And as much as we don't say, oh, I didn't mess it up. Mess up.
That's what,
absolutely.
That's what builds your relationship.
Yep.
Like, some of my most loyal clients, I have messed up their hair, and then they let me fix it, and then we will never not be, you know, with each other. So,
and plus, like that's also a really good client. The ones that do like when we talk about, oh, I want to be that. Like you also, there's clients that like really mean stuff.
Yeah.
And if they're the ones who do go back to you and do give you grace and are like, don't worry about it. I know, like, it might have been a bad day, or maybe I said the wrong thing. Like, I'm gonna take care of you because that
and what a
you're
good
a golden gem.
Oh my gosh, what a good feeling it is to like I know we all have some of those clients that you could think of right now that just like not like they take care of you. Like, yeah, you're taking care of them, but they take care of you. And like it's usually those clients that have been with you through those moments. And it's like even just the simple things. I had one client today where she was trying to book an appointment on a week that I was on vacation. She was like, dude, you have a life. Like I was like, because I was like, I'm so sorry that I can't get you in and all this. She was like, you have a life. Like it's okay. Like even simple things like that. It's like, ugh.
Like, oh my God, I'm a person.
I'm a person. You see me as a person.
My favorite is when they see you rushing or like you have. Well, I guess I'm right in front of like the
so they see you.
Me. So if I just got done with a client and they're like, "Do you want to take a break? Like, do you need to go to the bathroom? I bet you have to go to the bathroom. Do you want some water?" Like all the time. I think it's so sweet. I always say no, even though I really should.
Yeah.
I always am like, "No, girl, come on. I do this. I live this way." No, I don't. Like, come on. Get in my chair. I want you treated. I'll go. I can.
My clients will ask if I've eaten, and I'm like,
you
love me.
You care about me. I love when they say, "Do you want something from Starbucks next time?"
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Or when they just
Starbucks
ask you your
clients?
Starbucks order, like while like they're at their appointment, the next time they just bring it.
I love them
Yeah.
so much. Those are my favorite
I know,
clients.
me
Like,
too.
bring me Starbucks.
My
You know.
one of my clients a few weeks ago brought me Starbucks, and it was a medicine ball, like tea. And she was like, "Girl, the pollen's out, so I was just thinking about you, you know." She got one for herself too. She was like, "I'm gonna write our names on the cup so we don't get them messed up." And she wrote her name on one, and then she wrote the amazing one on the other one.
Oh,
That's sweet.
That is
I
so
could have cried.
does she have any friends?
Yeah, like, does she have other clients?
Right? She needs to get in.
Send them to
I
us.
know, so sweet.
Oh my
It's just
Amazing.
people really make it worth it.
Yeah, they do.
Like I hear so much
Yeah.
about like stylists who say like people ruin the industry for them, but like honestly, people make it
I just don't get
so.
I think you
worth it.
attract what you are. So
that. Yeah.
I agree.
I'm sorry.
Well, no, they say that. They say that your clientele. Like we
Yeah.
talked about in like a couple episodes. My brother gave me a hard time because I said my clients are weird and a little high maintenance. He's like, "Why would you say that?" I'm like, that's what they are.
Yeah.
It's okay. I don't
But that's
care.
what you are.
That's what I am.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
They know that. 9 times out of 10, I tell them that.
Yeah.
But yeah, they say that you get people that are like you. So I have people who are like a little weird and have a lot of hair.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yep.
Yeah. Do you
Love
feel
it.
like you guys get like people that are like you?
I think so.
For the most
Sometimes.
part, yeah.
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 I'd be listening to some of your clients. I'm like, wow, they're meant for each other.
Yeah.
I have some clients that I know that I would put on your book if I ever stopped doing
Who
hair.
mine?
Like no, I have clients that
Oh.
I feel like I would put on like either one of your
Oh,
guys'
yeah,
books
yeah.
that
I
I know
agree.
you guys would vibe with.
I agree.
But I vibe like a lot with, but I know if I ever stopped, I know who I would give them
Yes.
to.
That
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just noticed I'm looking at the camera a lot and I'm really proud of myself.
I'm so proud of you. I keep like accidentally just being like
I know. Sometimes the wine, you know that like wine like buffer you get when
Yeah.
you've been sipping on wine and you're just
Yeah.
like
I know, I keep doing
remember
that.
that baby, the baby where it's like peace, peace, and the baby's just staring into the camera. Do you know what I'm
I
talking about?
really don't.
Oh my gosh, where's my phone? Can I show you guys?
Well, show us
Go ahead and
after
keep
because
talking.
we're probably close to
Are we
being done.
close
But
then?
I have one more question.
Yeah.
Because this will kind of segue us into our next topic for next week.
Mm.
So if y'all have one piece of advice, it could be like a big piece of advice, small piece of advice for a new stylist, what would it be?
Never tell them how long you've been doing hair.
That's a good one.
Always say
Mine-
5 years.
Don't use your blocks. Literally work.
Oh, I should've said
Just
that one.
work.
Work.
Put your head down.
Work.
Give it all up.
Mhm.
Give up Saturdays.
Mm-hmm.
Work.
Mm-hmm.
And then later, you get to reap the benefits.
Amen. And you have
Very
more
true.
money, so you get to enjoy it.
Very
Yeah.
true. Yeah, mine would be just say yes. Say yes to that men's cut, no matter how much men's cuts suck. Say yes to that walk-in. Say
Mhm.
yes to your client who needs just a little bit more on their
Mhm.
on their appointment. Just say yes, because you know your books are empty anyway. You got the time.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Do not let your pride get in the way
Mm-mm.
of making money.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. That was great.
Tofu out. Okay, bye. I gotta pee.
Always with the peeing. That's
Pee
at the
girl.
end of the last
I'm
episode.
such a pee
I literally
girl.
put you getting up to go pee
I
and me
watched
asking
it.
you to sit back down.
I watched it.
You already watched it? It just came out.
Oh. Wait, no. The last one, maybe? I don't know. I remember.
Maybe.
Watching
I don't know.
She lies.
Anyway, thank you guys for watching
Oh, we're so
this
sorry.
episode. Thank you for watching this episode. We love you guys. We really appreciate all the people who are watching. We're having a lot of fun doing this, so we want to keep doing it. So please let us know what you want to hear from us. You can let us know on Instagram. You can let us know in the comments. Tell your friends about us, whether the podcast or just to do hair in general, because, you know, we could always use more clients. And follow us on Instagram. Follow us on TikTok at Hair's the Deal Pod. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
That was a lot of words. Good job.
Here's the deal.